Hello and welcome into another edition of That's So Dolphins Talk. Got myself, Johnny Bake Show, and the co-pilot, Trigger Trey Proctor. If you are a new listener here on the channel, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. That's how you help us grow. We are getting closer to that 50 where we can start going live ski on here for you.
And I think anyone who has followed the pod knows, has followed the pod knows what that would do to me in a live scenario. Um, Boy, it maybe actually don't. Don't get us about because that don't actually. Just kidding. Just keep listening.
So the season is over. There's nothing. There really isn't anything good to talk about this game. Dolphins shit the bed completely.
Tua played so bad.
So bad. And
Tua played. That was the worst. That might have been the worst game I've ever seen him play.
so there was two things that I noticed before the game even started. Number one, being
Fuck
that
the teal pants.
teal pants. We cannot
Fuck 'em.
white jersey, teal pants is a kiss of death for the Finns. That that combo has caught the last four seasons. They have killed their playoff chances in those uniforms every time. So not only that, but then we had Teron Armstead. He was inactive. So we had Carmen Jackson San Diego over there playing.
Dude, I didn't even know that guy was on the roster.
Nope, had no idea. Why do we even have Isaiah Wynn on the team?
What? Yeah, what's Isaiah Wynn doing? Just taking up a roster spot.
At this point, yeah, that's I don't understand.
How is he not better than Liam Eichenberg when he was the starter last year?
I don't understand. I Liam Eichenberg might be one of the worst. Is he worse than Jesse Davis?
The only reason he's not is because he gets those scrappy little penalties that I do like, which he got another one. I do like when he gets scrappy little penalties. I like those. Other than that, he's Jesse Davis. Dude, he's the reason that Carmine Falcone gave up that sack because he got blowed back up and then Tua had to out and evade and Carmine Falcone was pushing his guy, Carmen Jackson, whatever his name is. Dude, I just like how?
How
How are we playing? And dude, shout out. I think Patrick Paul might be a dude. So that's kind of good. He's in my like needs to stay around for the rebuild person. Like he's one of them. Of the 10, I want 40 new people on this roster next year. I'm not kidding.
I don't even know like even if he sticks around, he'll probably be hurt and out for the season next year. It won't matter. So I just it doesn't the we'll just get into it. The Chris Greer, we've been saying it on here all season, needs to go. And shout out to Joe Robbie on Twitter. Shout out the Dive Bar podcast. We found well, number one, there was a breaking rumor. I don't know if this is NFL notifications. I don't know if this is legit or not, but they said that Dolphins brass have set up meetings over the next couple days to discuss the team's future, and the main topic is Chris Greer's future. And the thing that I found notable is that there's three things actually here. I found one more. So Dolphins Talk mentioned on the postgame show that Ross, obviously they extended Mike McDaniel, but he might have secretly extended Chris Greer. I don't know if that to be true. Could be possible. The dude has been around this franchise for going on 25 years and has nothing to show for it. So,
Dude, if we had secretly extended, I mean, it's all Ross's fake fucking money anyway, so I don't care if he's extended. Like, whatever the buyout is, shut it down, get him out. Like, dude, we need a veteran coach. I don't want new offensive whiz kid gurus. I want someone who has won in the, even if they haven't even won in the league. Fuck it. Give me someone that can command a group of men. Because right now, we are, Deshaun Elliott was so right. We're so soft.
yeah,
I have never seen, and I would walk up and tell every single, maybe not Calais Campbell, but the Javon Holland, I would tell Javon Holland he is soft as goose shit. He looks like baby diarrhea when he's playing football. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. We have built a soft football team, and we have a soft individual leading it.
he very much he being Javon Holland cost himself a lot of money. I mean, he's gonna get a bag next year, but he could have got a lot more.
The only person softer than Mike McDaniel is the player that he was coaching who he stole his girl from. That person's softer than Mike McDaniel. Whoever that was in that story, soft as goose shit.
I
But Mike and
yes,
this team, give me Vrabel.
I I want to second everything you're saying because this is the problem that this team has. They have no backbone, they have no spine, they have no grit. They are so soft, and it's all because the coach is the best friend. He had to come in, he had to coddle Tua and make sure Tua felt special. And just because Brian Flores was too mean to him, and I get that, but you at some point you have to he I can't. He shows for as good as a quote unquote offensive mind that he might be. They've completely schematically figured him out, and you only like we said on this show from the beginning of the season. You have a schematic advantage for about a season or a season and a half, and we're 3 years in, and everybody's figured it out. Everybody's
Yep.
everybody knows the exact depth of this offense. They know what to do. You sit in a too high, you won't do. This team will do nothing against you because they
Yeah.
and
And they can't run the football because we have no guards.
we have no linemen. There's no depth. And
Aaron Brewer is
they
Aaron Brewer might be the best person on offense. He's my favorite player.
it's crazy to me that we are 3 years into this. We've been complaining for 3 straight years that we don't have an offensive line, and they both, being coach and GM, think that we're okay on the offensive line
Because they're hiding it behind Tua's quick release. That's
They're
exactly what's
never-
doing.
They are never healthy to be. They're never healthy. They're never available. And when they are healthy and available, they fucking sack. We don't have any depth. It is mind blowing. But
The season's over. I mean, we do
yeah.
hold.
Yeah, this is over.
We do, and now if we do go 9-8, we do hold some tiebreakers. That
No,
I mean,
I don't even
it
care.
don't matter because we're gonna go into December. I'd love to still get in the dance. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to get in the dance. This is not me
don't.
saying
I
tank.
don't. I don't want
I
to.
do. I'm not. See that? I think that's a soft.
Nope. Lose
Come
all.
on, that's a soft mentality. We can't be preaching about softness and then be okay losing.
Get Tyreek needs to go get surgery because we need him healthy for the trade in the offseason. We need to get Calais Campbell, need to keep him healthy so that he can sign with a contender in the offseason. Get to put Skylar Thompson in so that he hopefully gets a broken back or what. I'm not even saying that. Whatever. I don't even. What are we cutting Skylar Thompson and we want to bring him back? What was
I
that?
know, dude. We almost did the coolest thing ever and finally cut the guy we've all been begging for, and then we want to sneak in that. I mean, if he clears waivers,
He's clearing.
he's clearing waivers. He's clearing
waivers.
waivers. He's already cleared them. In fact, he's so bad that they said, "Hey, you don't even gotta go through the waiver process. You're good. You're good. You can either get your shit at a tan or go to the practice squad because we know that there's not 31 other teams that would sign you, sir." So
It's terrible.
let's go back a second. I want to talk about the fact that it's like we're still right that the cold narrative is stupid. It's not a cold narrative. The narrative is that we have a coach who is not able to instill confidence in a group of men when it's needed. So when they need that extra bit of pick me up in these big games, they don't have it. Like he's over there fumble fucking over his words, like trying to get them excited. Like there's no confidence in coming out of him, so they don't have confidence.
I just think that at some point that he's everybody's best friend. Maybe there is accountability or whatever. Like I think here's the one really telling thing that Zach Sealer said last week. He said that McDaniel came in there, did that rah-rah speech, and he wanted to say, this is probably, I would never do that again. We've heard it enough. It ain't working anymore. And then they ended up winning that game, and he was like, well, that might have been the best one he's ever done. Listen, if players are already saying you're doing something that's not working, you've already lost the locker room, dude. Like, stop being he is everybody's best friend. It ain't working. It's over. It's spover.
Yep.
All of
it is
it's over.
over.
what we got last year is about as close as we're ever going to get with this. It ain't going to get any better. It's only going to get worse because
Yeah.
everybody's got them figured out and everybody knows that this team is mentally soft.
Yep. We are mentally soft and we will do absolutely nothing
I wouldn't
even
be
if we were to get into the playoffs.
I wouldn't be surprised if they run it back. Everybody.
Oh, they're going to.
Yeah, they're going to run it back. And
Like, let's just look at this roster.
we're going
Let's
to
look
be
at
sitting
the
here that mark my words, we're going to be sitting here in the same spot in 2025.
I am just appalled at this roster and how old it is.
Yeah. We went from one of the youngest rosters in the NFL to one of the oldest rosters in the NFL. And
Like, realistically, John, let me go down this list real quick. Count these names. These are the people I would keep.
okay.
Chop, Jalen Wright, Devon Achan, Patrick Paul, Patrick McMorris, Muhammad Kamara, Malik Washington, Robert Jones, Tua, Waddle. That's it on offense. Well, that's it on the. I mean, that's not just on offense. That's it. That's it. That's 10. And then I would say maybe no. Rivers fucking old. Get him out. That's it. I'm not kidding. Maybe Johnny Smith. I wouldn't mind bringing Johnny Smith back. And Zach Sealer, obviously. I thought that was a given. Am I missing anybody? That's just on the active roster. Aaron Brewer. That's 13. I bring Brewer back. 13 guys. I bring 13 guys back. I'm not kidding. 13 guys. Those are I would build around those 13. Everyone else get the fuck out of town. I'm not doing it. Austin Jackson, 14. Keep him. That's 14 guys. I'd bring back 14 guys. Dude, this roster was so close. Why? If they just stayed healthy.
It was
yes, it was. Our coach is a pussy. If he would. I am just absolutely devastated that I really thought that he was going to be the guy. I thought we had him. I was like, dude, this is a new offense. He's just like Mike Shanahan taking us to the Super Bowl. Let's go. We actually got a guy we can keep for the next 50 years. We got the next Tomlin. Let's go. Winning seasons. No. We got the coach after the guy he's coddled for 4 years throws an interception. This is what we see. Instead of gripping him up and saying, hey, dude, we're on empty and you missed fucking River on a touchdown because you're too busy staring at Tyreek Hill, who got absolutely mossed by that DB. Stole his lunch. Get him at. I don't want 5'10" racing fucking YouTube Tyreek Hill on this team anymore. Get him at. I'm done.
Okay, so I have something that I was thinking about, and I think that Tyreek should be traded out of 10. Because I think that here's the problem. Josh Allen was hamstrung for the fact that all he wanted to do was throw to Steph Diggs or Gabe Davis. They got rid of both of them. They had nothing in that offensive, like in the wide receiver room. They got all new wide receivers. Josh Allen was then playing distributor all year long. All he does is distribute. He looks amazing. Maybe the Dolphins need to clean house. I would trade Tyreek for AJ Brown right now.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like what? I would package Waddle and Hill for AJ Brown.
No. I would absolutely get rid of Hill for AJ Brown currently.
Because
like, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. Dude, I don't even
like that.
Here's the other issue, John, is that then we're like, if we cut Tyreek or we trade Tyreek and get all that out of here, then like we need to invest in the big men. Like I don't even care if we go in and Waddle's our number one. and then we draft a big rookie wide receiver or some shit like that, or sign someone. Give me a Mike Evans type. I don't even care if it's Mike Evans for a year, just to give me a big play threat that can go up and catch a football at high point. That's
Or
all
at
I
least
want. I want to go to high point.
somebody has to show some type of physicality at least.
I'm just done. I'm done with the gimmick. I'm done with the speed. I'm done with the track team. I like cool. We tried it. It didn't work.
We I literally I wish that I had the clip right now of me saying, when this doesn't work, when the gimmick doesn't work, it will get ugly. And it is ugly. And it's all great when it works, but when it doesn't work, I swear I said this last season. Somebody, one of the listeners needs to go back and listen to all the game reviews last year. Because I know I said that last year. So
Hey, Jordan Brooks he's only 27. He might be around for a little bit.
he getting out of town. He ain't sticking around. He doesn't want to play these soft ass fins. He literally called everybody soft. He ain't sticking around. Even though he might have signed a 2-year deal. He might ask that.
Just fucking so devastated.
Yeah. And so I did find a stat from this is we'll just shift over to the general manager because Greer, as much as we want him gone, he's probably going to be back because Stephen Ross doesn't fire people until it's 2 years too late. So we will have at least 2 more years of Chris Greer, and then everything like we will go 1-15 probably. So
Mm. Mm.
in the Dolphins' entirety of this franchise, they have had 9 general managers. Obviously, the first 2, because they were a new franchise, they sucked. That was first 3 seasons of the existence. So Don Shula took over in 1970. His win-loss record was 83-28. And that was then taken over by Mike Robbie in 1978. And he went 115-68. Now, those 2 winning percentages, Shula's winning percentage as general manager was nearly 75%, and Mike Robbie's was 63%. Eddie
What's Mike Robbie up to currently?
he did it for
Can I
78%.
slide into his DMs with a hey big head?
Hey, Big Ed. So Eddie Jones took over in 1990. He was the general manager until 2004. He went 140-100 with a 58% win percentage. And then
I bring Eddie money in. Give me Eddie money back.
here's where things get interesting because I believe Huizenga sold the franchise around the 05 to 07, around in there somewhere.
Yeah, right before he let Tomlin walk out of this building.
So in 05, Randy Mueller took over and he went 16-32, 33 win percentage. Jeff Ireland takes over in 2008. He goes 46-50.
I can't stand him.
We get the Silver Fox, Dennis Hickey. He went 14-18. And then we get Chris Greer. Chris Greer is 47-50 as general manager. He is no different than Jeff Ireland. That is at least from 2016 to 2021. That's not counting the last 3 years. I don't really think they matter because they all end up in a wash anyways.
How long has Greer been the GM, you said?
2016. 8 years. He went through 2 rebuilds.
That's plenty of time. Dude, we can't, like, you can't even say, like, it's like, oh, it's good to keep consistency. 8 years, dude. You're right, too. A lot of draft capital, a lot of
draft capital.
Players that you have passed on or made decisions on, and, like, fuck, he's got to go. We can't do it. And if that means that Mike McDaniel, as much as this hurts.
Is that 3 or 4 coaches? That's 4 coaches. That's Philbin. That's Philbin, Gase, it's Philbin, Gase, Philbin left in like 15. So it would be 3 coaches: Gase, Flores, and McDaniel. Interim Dan Campbell.
Super Bowl potential coach out of the building. But regardless, like
Really
I
care.
know.
We don't.
So like we've given him the opportunities. He's had the abilities. He's made the decisions. Ross does not have his hand on this team at all. Chris
No.
Greer is running this team.
And the problem is that he hits on like a third of his draft picks. I can't even tell you how many draft picks this dude has had. He's hit on maybe 25% of them, which I would say, I don't even know if he's even been 25%. Let's be honest. His retention rate has to be 5 to 10%.
Horrible.
If you get drafted by the Dolphins, the chances of you getting a second contract with the Dolphins is you are a unicorn if you get one.
Yeah, Austin Jackson.
Austin Jackson, Tua, Sealer.
And
Those
I wanted to cut Austin Jackson times a million. So kudos to them keeping him around because but that was the O line coach switching. That had nothing to do with Greer. But like, so then what do we like? If I tell you I want Vrabel as my head coach,
yeah.
but here's what it comes down to. I would get rid of obviously get rid of Greer. I would absolutely get rid of Mike McDaniel. The only reason I'm not pounding the table for that is because I'm still up in the air on Tua, to be honest with you. But I would still at this point I'm
Listen,
like
if Vrabes could take Tannehill to
yeah.
AFC Championship game and lose it on the goal line, what could he possibly do with Tua? Tua ain't worse than Tannehill.
Who would OC then? Who would Braves bring as OC? We're not. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about this because it's not going to happen. You're right. We're going to fucking run it back.
We're gonna run it back for it's getting run back for at least a minimum of one season. Because every year, all of those general managers since Stephen Ross, we begged for Jeff Ireland to be fired after the 2011 season. I know that for a fact. I can guarantee you, I didn't even know who Dennis Hickey was. No one knows. Dennis Hickey is probably selling insurance. I know that he worked in the Bills front office for a little bit. There's no way he's in the NFL. There's no.
I want Joe Douglas. So bring Joe Douglas. That Jets roster is good.
Yeah, they just got injected by a really bad owner.
Yeah, we don't have a bad owner. Our guy won't do enough. He's 80 fucking 4, dude.
Yeah, I know.
That's the other thing too. Is like it's his team. He's 84. Does he really want to go through another rebuild? Or are we literally given like, hey Greer, you got it till Ross dies?
Oh my god, it's gonna be rough if that's the case.
If Carmen Falcone is our Carmen Jackson,
yeah.
Jackson Carmen is our Tua's blindside right tackle. Who dies first, Ross or Tua?
Probably both at the same time. I don't know, dude. It's not. It's this is. We are back to 2018 again. 18, 19. We're literally back there.
And we just signed Tua.
Signed him.
We had to. I don't know if Tua's the. I just don't know. Like it's so hard to tell because I think this fucking offense is so inept. Like I understand. Oh my god, McDaniel's
If he had time to throw the ball, I don't think it would be a problem. But he can't go to second and third progression whenever.
At times yesterday he did have time though. At times yesterday he did it,
No,
and no one was open.
Right. I don't. The someone had a breakdown of the average separation by the offense yesterday, and it was like 2 yards. 2.9, I think, was the highest. Everybody else was 2 or under. That's awful. In an offense where we're supposed to be creating separation through movement. No one's falling for it anymore.
Nope.
The gimmick's up.
Nope.
Season's over. We're
season's dead.
Yeah, if you think that they're gonna get in at 9-8, they ain't getting in. Just don't even. I mean, we will watch the games, but I'm not expecting. I'm expecting them to get their ass blowed at against the Niners. I'm expecting them to get. I'm sure cool. I guess they would beat the Browns maybe, but I'm expecting them to get gut railed by the Jets at the end of the season. And that'll be his last game. And then if they would drop, they're losing 2 of the last 3 games. I'm literally booking that right now. If they lose, If they would lose all three, I think McDaniel gets fired.
And Greer.
And Greer. But if they win one, I think it's just we're gonna run it back. What one game difference does, it doesn't make a damn bit of difference because we're gonna be literally December 16th of 2025, we will be having the same conversation again because we have seen the same thing for 3 straight years. We have complained about the same thing for 3 straight years, and it's the same thing every single year.
Maybe Dan Marino went into this meeting with the brass today with a big old lip chaw of some red man chewing tobacco. And he said, let me tell you something, Stephen Ross. If Mike McDaniel does not win out and this team does not make the playoffs, Cannon, him and Greer both, and you go out and you give Mike Vrabel whatever he wants to come coach this football team and allow him to build the roster the way he wants to.
I mean, we're back to a full rebuild. We're going to have to trade everybody because we have no draft capital because we traded it all for Tyreek. And, well, no, that's already over with, so it doesn't even matter. I was going to say the tampering thing. If Vrabel wants to get on a yacht, like, let's make it happen. I don't know who for, but if anybody wants to get on a yacht, like, let's keep it under wraps and, like, let's just, like, actually let
Just
them.
go get Vrabel.
We're running it back with everybody. Dude, Chris Greer is going to make all the picks again. I guarantee it. I guarantee that Chris Greer will be the general manager.
It's just annoying, dude. Like, Chop's good. I like Chop. Chop's a stud.
Yeah, the problem is that he won't be here in 2 more years. He's going to go somewhere else. He's going to get a big fat contract with, like, the Saints.
And the defense actually played relatively okay yesterday.
That's the other thing that's really frustrating is that, like, the defense, like, we've been sitting here complaining about the defense, and this team is never in sync, and that's a coaching problem. If your team is never in sync, you have really poor coaching. And
everybody's got to go.
Yeah.
McDaniel's got to go. Greer's got to go. Whatever the coach wants to do, fucking do it. Just have him do it. Whatever.
So I guess they're playing the Niners. Is that who they're playing this week? I don't even know. I don't even care because it doesn't even matter because
they're playing the Niners, I think.
Oh, we'll look it up here. We'll get people the right information. Not that it matters.
Yeah, Niners.
Yeah, Niners. This just sucks. It's at home, isn't it? It's at
home. I hope no one's there.
I hope they just boo them out of the building.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so cold in Cleveland and in New York to end the season.
Yeah.
Good. Fuck this team.
Yep. So if you're new here, make sure that you Trey's gone. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and we will see you next time on That's So Dolphins Talk. Pins up or down, mostly down.